I mean, hitting record on the computer. Did you think 30 some years ago when you started this, you'd be doing interviews over a computer like this?
No, but it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
It
It's
is.
crazy.
Technology. You gotta love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gavin Rossdale of Bush, man, I am excited to talk to you and so happy you are coming back to the Quad Cities.
yeah, we're pumped.
Yeah, it's been like 8 years since you've been here, and I think like 20 since you've been at the venue that you're going to be at when you come here on May 5th.
Wow, crazy. Why so long?
That's a great because I wasn't here. That's why.
Thank you. There you go.
Okay, so before we get into like all the important stuff about touring and music and all that, I do have one important question for myself that I have to ask.
Yes, sir.
If they made a Constantine 2, should Balthazar be back in that movie?
Oh my God, we want that guy. Yeah, of course. I've become annoying because what I've done is I write I heard 3 years ago they were doing a sequel, so I've been writing the director once a year since, being that kind of pushy actor type, just saying. Hey, what's going on with the movie? Would love to know what's going on. So as we know, because you know the movie, obviously, I got to be resurrected before, but that's nothing bad for a devil's emissary.
Right, that happens all the time in Hollywood.
Yes, yeah, easy, easy.
Well, you keep pushing them because I would love to see it.
Ah, man, I'd love to. I loved it. It was such a great experience there.
All right, we'll focus on what we know is happening, and that is back out on tour. You spent most of 2025 on the road, and now you're like, hey, let's keep it going.
It's not me, it's my management.
Oh, I see. No, it's the
I mean,
fans, is what it is. The fans want you out there. That's what it is.
they say we got to go. We got to do this now. We want to. We played with last year with an amazing year, and it was fantastic. But really great to come out. Represent I Beat Loneliness, play this record, um, and to be fair, we the shows we did in Europe, it's gotten so good and the set's so fun, and we felt, I mean, all the way that we got to share that with the people. It's not the longest tour. It's like five weeks, 6 weeks. It's not too bad. I'd have asked to tour less this year, so I am touring a little bit less this year, but we took opportunities that came along, and we were really grateful for those chances. Even though it was like manic, it was between Canada, South America, North America, Europe. It was a lot, but it was just incredible. So many great shows and great, great people. So we just wanted to bring the show across America. Really, we had to.
And I'm assuming that's what keeps you going through all of this is seeing all those people and putting on those great shows night after night. You're like, it's as much as it's the same, it's a different experience every night.
Yeah, it's wild. It's much like, I guess it must be like being in the theater, whereby well, that's even more strictly just one script, but
Right.
every night it's different. But no, with us, we never do the same set twice. On this last tour, I'm always, I play what I need to play, but I'm changing it every night. We didn't play one set the same. So that feels good to do that. And so every night is different, and the audience is different, the venue's different, your day is different, how you feel is different, how you get along with your girlfriend is different. It's all these kind of different factors every day, and they just dictate the show. Like it's a human experience.
And I mean, and that's great that you get to because you have obviously a lot of material to where you can change it up. With that constant change like that, do you still get kind of those pre-show jitters even after all these years?
I get a really become extremely nervous when I'm doing stuff for other people. For other entities, like if I've sang for Linkin Park, when
Mm.
Chester's memorial thing, I sang there, and there I was just beside us, so I sang for some a Bowie tribute thing. So those when I get the most nervous. But I want to do a great show. I want to just make people have a great night, feel justified in believing in the band. I mean, so, I mean, not so many, but I do meet people, so I name my kid after you. So that alone means I have to be 1,000% on all the time. Because that's a pressure, you can't have a sucky show and there's someone in the audience who's like, hey, I just want it to be, I want it to be great. I,
Right.
I like I like that. I like that challenge. And then what my favorite thing about my band is they're exactly the same. They just want to do great shows every night and play, well, no matter what what the situation, we always do a great show.
And that's got to make you feel good, knowing that you're walking out there with someone who cares as much as you do.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That we're a team. We're a team.
So, so you have your team and you're out there touring and we've talked about it, you've been doing it. But now when you come here to the Quad Cities on May 5th, you're going to have Mammoth and James and the Cold Gun with you. Mammoth, obviously, been around a little bit and been in the music industry since he was born with dad. But when you're out there with this, newer generation, are they coming to you, asking advice and trying to see like, okay, what is Gavin going to do and say about this?
Oh hell no. They don't want to hear from that from me. They want to have a beer and just be normal. So,
Perfect, good. That's the way you would want it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, I mean, I have obviously have experience and have insights, but it's, life is just so incredible. Like the more you know, the more you can appreciate how little you know. I mean, Socrates is the first person to say that, but it's just like the degree of knowledge required is just overwhelming and kind of non-stop, especially now with all the technological changes and understanding AI and how to, all those things. It's just like, oh my God, you sort of get the sense that if you don't indulge what's going on, and you kind of, you get left behind. So it's just, it's a fast-paced world, I think.
So one of the things that I did today, I gave away a pair of tickets to the show, and I said, "Hey, in order for you to win these, you got to send me a message." Speaking of technology, send me a message asking a question of Gavin, and you're going to win tickets, and I'm going to ask that question. So our winner was Nikki, and Nikki asked the super in-depth question: "Will you marry me?" Obviously, not asking me. Obviously, not at all. How many proposals do you get in a given week?
Not enough.
Because I had like six of them that were sent in today. So
Well, that's very sweet.
I was gonna say, you talk about, going to a show and someone's like, "Oh, I named my kid after you." Do you have one of those like fan core memories that I mean, I'm sure there's tons of them, but just certain one that just sticks out in your head as, wow, that really was special, that touched me, that I'll remember, till I'm done doing this.
I did a fireman came up to me in Boston once. I don't think I've told this story. Fireman came up to me in Boston once, and he said to me, at a show, he said, "I'm a fireman, and I got to thank you because I was in a burning building, and I had to get this woman out, and the odds were stacked against him. He's in a house full on flames, and he just held her, wrapped her up, and he ran through parallel to the flames, out of this house, and he said all he could think of was Machine Head, and all he
Hmm.
could hear in his head was Machine Head, and so." That's not emotional. That's a life survival moment. That was an incredible moment. I was like, wow. So that was pretty. And then otherwise, like people just people share stuff with me. It's very intense. I think because of the music that we write or that the words I write, people have a accelerated. If a song has meant something to people and the words have meant something to people, they have an accelerated feeling of connection to me because I touch the nerve for them, um, and so that means I have, when people kind of open up to me, it's always very intense. It's funny because it's just about what the songs have done for them, and you know no one's saying, "Hey, where'd you get those pants?"
No, that would be a strange one right there.
That's okay though. There'd be something in that,
Sure, something. And you talk about writing your songs and what they mean. How has your songwriting process changed both from you, I mean, writing, the music and the lyrics, but as a band, throughout the years and your career as Bush, I mean, how has that song process changed for you?
Well, we have studios now, so I'm not very good in my studio, but I can operate it to the point where, I mean, some of the times it likes to fuck with me. It's really annoying. Like knows that I'm. It's like a powerful dog that knows I'm slightly scared of it. Pro Tools is it's really that's. I should have looked at the title because it said Pro Tools, and really, I'm not an engineer, but basically, technology has moved along so far that you can sit in a room and I can pretty soon sound like six people by just putting some ideas down. So I can flesh things out a bit better. It's still a bit torturous, my process is that I say, you can't do it, you'll never do it again, you can't do it. What were you doing before? Oh yeah, I can do it. I've done it. Oh my God, I wrote so it's the turmoil of writing to me has never been easy.
But that's what got to keep you going because that's the challenge and the fun of it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when I get going, I feel good when I'm actually writing songs. It's just everything around it, the sort of like, the anxiety about it, of just wanting to do something interesting. When you find the scent and you're on it and you track it, everything is dandy and so fun. And then when you can't get a sniff and you're sitting in the studio, you go, fuck, Jesus Christ, what's happening? And everything you're playing is not quite sounding right. So the best thing is take a break, do something else, come back, and then that's when the magic happens.
Well, and I mean, you've obviously worked it out well because I mean, whether it's been, I Beat Loneliness, The Land of Milk and Honey, fantastic. It's a phenomenal song. I absolutely love that song. Or you go back, your couple other recent ones with Art of Survival and More Than Machines. I mean, you keep putting out stuff that is good. So while you might be sitting in there going, shit, what do I do? You're taking the time to make sure it's coming out right and not just pumping out some crap because it's like, whatever.
Right. Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, that's the biggest trap I find, and I hear it a lot. Um, and it happens with bands, established bands. They can bring out records where it, it's just not. It's not. It's disappointing. It's disappointing. It's not as strong as it was, and you're kind of wondering about that. And so I think I'm just overly careful about that. I mean, I think the records that we make have a vitality that you know, take them or leave them. They have a vitality, a life to them, a life force, and that's all that matters. That, and I just don't want to lose that. And sometimes that can be the trap that people fall into. Like either song, music, irrespective of the genre, because we all love 20 genres. It's not the genre. It's like if they say something or they put something together that resonates for us, it just connects with us. Music that connects has a magnetism. So I think that's what it is. It's just like I want to make sure that the music is like vital and magnetic, and that's what's important to me. So that's my kind of dilemma. Sometimes I might write something and be like, God, that's got literally no vitality whatsoever. I get rid of it, just let it go.
And you have that ability to get rid of it because you have so much great stuff under your belt. And obviously when you look back at the new stuff and the old stuff and all the great stuff, is there one that you go, okay, I love all my children equally, but boy, this is still the one that every time I get to play it live or I still hear it, come on the radio or whatever, I absolutely love this one. And you put a pin in that one.
Well, like I have loads of children, so the song's definitely not children because my children are incredible, but it's like they're dependents.
Right, right.
My songs, on the other hand, have individually just absolutely given me life, absolutely granted me life, and I don't really know how I've written them. You know what I mean? It's a mysterious thing to me. It's a magical thing, but it's just a creativity, you know. We need time to discuss where that comes from, they're just one idea that I catch and I put them down. I commit those ideas. But so something like Glycerine, would be a song that has done so much to change my life and to give me life, or, a song like Come Down that's made every it just goes on, when I play more than machines, I just know that when it hits, because I can, it's all kind of like spacey and do all that, sound effectsy. And I know when the drop comes, there's heavyweight, and I love that, so I just feel we're at a point where we have enough records, 10 records, that do a show that even if people don't know this every song, there's not a weak moment. It's all happening.
I had a couple people say that they're hoping you play mouth when you come here to the Quad
I
Cities.
know, I know, I know, I know. We have tried to sort of resurrect that. It's a weird one to play. It's just really weird. It's weird. But
It
yeah,
was
we should.
all right. Well, if you're looking at your set list for Quad Cities, remember that you're gonna have some people that are freaking out that you're playing it. So,
Great. Okay.
well, you kind of just answered my question as well as far as what should people expect on May 5th when they come here. But I think you kind of answered that as far as the emotion and the feel that you're gonna bring here.
Yeah, I'll give everything I have. That's all I can promise. We don't,
Awesome.
I think you're as good as your last show, that's it. That's your, that's my mantra. And that's how it goes, and if you take care of business, it doesn't matter where you are, you just put on an amazing show. People have come far and wide, and it's a competitive world, and you want to win. you know I want to like steal people's hearts and minds, and people be like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever saw. If it's not great, it's like it's a waste of time going.
I love that mentality. That is awesome. Okay, last question, then I will let you go. This one also came in from a listener. I just think this is a good way to end it. Cody would like to know, what do you do to stay fit?
I worry. um,
Just worry,
I
worry the calories away, huh?
yeah. I am in love with tennis. It's like my a life quest to just play beautifully. Like I don't care about playing other people competitively. I play with really good people. I just want to look great doing it, because when you have a really beautiful form and really good technique, chances are you're doing something right.
There you go. Bit of tennis and not hitting
Boom.
the tour food that hard, right?
Well, actually, a lot of tennis, and yeah, no, I like to live it up and have a good time. I try and be mindful, try and balance it. You know what I mean?
We'll make sure we have some good Midwest Iowa food for you when you get here.
Great.
Awesome. Well, Gavin, man, I appreciate you taking some time. I so look forward to the show on May 5th, and we'll keep playing whatever it is you're putting out to get people ready for it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate all your support. Can't wait to be there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.